Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
I'm very honored to be able to receive this amazing award from the depths of my soul.
I'm bringing the truth, John. We're in Hollywood, the belly of the beast.
I'd like to thank the devil.
Kneel before your God, Babylon!
Why do we increasingly hear acknowledgments to Satan during award ceremonies? And why are demonic symbols becoming more prevalent across music videos and movies? This surge in overt gestures, symbols, lyrics, subliminal messages, and secret codes weaving through our entertainment isn't coincidental. It represents a deliberate move to normalize, even glorify, elements that once lurked in the shadows of our collective consciousness. These symbols, often brushed aside as mere artistic expression or the eccentricities of fame, carry deeper meanings that resonate with ancient rituals and esoteric beliefs. The question arises, why? Why this push towards integrating such imagery and themes into mainstream media? Is it a reflection of a shift in societal values? Or perhaps an influence wielded by hidden forces with agendas that extend beyond mere entertainment? The presence of these symbols and rituals, increasingly embedded within the fabric of popular culture, invites a closer examination of the messages being propagated to millions, often subconsciously. Dylan reveals the foundations of his success, which he intriguingly describes as making a deal with the commander-in-chief of this world and the world we don't see, in his own words. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
And folks, it's crucial to acknowledge that numerous individuals echo similar sentiments across the web. When we do stumble upon revelations like these, our knee-jerk reaction is often disbelief. It must be fake. Nobody discusses this. This skepticism is indicative of how deeply we've been lulled into complacency, programmed by their movies, their music, and the broader entertainment culture. A$AP Rocky's journey adds another layer to this narrative. Imagine reaching the pinnacle of your career, only to find that each album release coincides with a personal loss. The rapper's experiences raise questions about the sacrifices tied to success in the music industry. Let's hear what A$AP Rocky has to say about this pattern.
Well, every time I'm about to release an album, for some strange reason, man, I always lose somebody close to me. It was my pops, it was James, it was my sister, I always lose somebody close to me.
Then there's DaBaby, whose career, the timing of his success, and his father's death is a stark reminder of the dual-edged sword that is fame.
And you really lost him the same day you hit number one with Suge?
It went like number one on Apple Music, iTunes.
Our culture is seriously hooked on celebrities. When Oscar season comes around every year, we've got a whopping 30 to 40 million people glued to their screens, eager to see, and yeah, there's a bit of an obsession with it. Landing one of those golden guys is pretty much your ticket to stardom. What's interesting about this is in the Egyptian culture, they had this small statue that was all about the god Ptah. And when an Egyptian king passed away, they believed his spirit would shoot up to the Orion constellation, turning him into a star. We're still into these symbols of excellence, just like they were. And Hollywood, the Grammys, the Emmys, you name it. They're all about celebrating different slices of the entertainment world. But deep down, they're pretty much the same deal. Greatness.
Good evening, godless sodomites.
What are you doing?
I'm bringing the truth, John. We're in Hollywood, the belly of the beast.
We're here to honor achievement in that category.
By giving you a golden idol to worship.
Kneel before your God, Babylon!
It's fascinating when you dive into the origins of the word Oscar. Its roots are in Scandinavian and Old English, where it translates to divine strength or divine spear, while a spear is recognized as a weapon. Could it be that Satan is employing these celebrities and movies as godlike weapons against us? Until 1999, the Oscars took place in a venue known as the Shrine, established by William Florence and Walter Fleming, both prominent Scottish Rite Freemasons. Hollywood's fascination with Freemasonry isn't a secret. When Life is Beautiful received its Oscar, a wide shot of the stage inadvertently revealed Masonic symbols incorporated into its design. Elements such as the checkered floor, archways, and a sun motif mirroring what's found on a Masonic tracing board. These symbols subtly communicate who is behind the organization. Following the Oscars move in 1999 to the Kodak Theater, these Masonic elements continue to be a part of the stage's design, with sun motifs in the ceiling, checkered patterns on the stage, and arches being prominently featured. The exterior of the Kodak Theater includes references to the Ishtar Gate and Babylonian deities. What do the vast majority of the biggest superstars in the world have in common? Paradoxically, their journey to immense fame and fortune often culminates in profound despair. Numerous artists have conceded that, despite their considerable wealth, influence, and global recognition, the ultimate outcome of their existence has been one of profound unhappiness. Alarmingly, countless individuals have been misled by the falsehood that mimicking the lifestyles of these celebrated figures is the key to achieving joy and satisfaction. A multitude of lives have been squandered in the pursuit of happiness through the accumulation of wealth, fame, dominance, engagement in occult activities, promiscuity, and substance abuse. Celebrated actor Brad Pitt has openly shared his profound sense of void despite attaining vast wealth and fame. He confided in a Rolling Stone interview, saying, "Man, I know all these things are supposed to seem important to us. The car, the condo, our version of success. I say toss all this, we gotta find something else. But all I know is that at this point in time, we're heading for a dead end, a numbing of the soul, a complete atrophy of the spiritual being. I don't want that. The emphasis now is on success and personal gain. I'm telling you, that's not it. I am the guy who's got everything, but once you've got everything, then you're just left with yourself."
That was Satanism. It's working on doing I made a pact. The movie came out so well.
Echoing the timeless message of Jesus and the necessity of a connection with God for true contentment. This narrative echoes in the sports world. CBS highlighted an unusual aspect of Brady's life, noting that the secret of Brady's success was that he married a witch.
You know, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years, and she always makes a little altar for me at the game, and so she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids, and I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones, and she has me wear a necklace. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And she said, you better listen to me, this is your year, but this is, and I did all those things, and by God, you know, it worked. It was pretty good. And then in 2015, it was about early January, and she said, you know how much I love you. I just want to let you know this is not going to be your year. Oh. And of course we lost. I said, what does 16 look like? And she said, 16 is going to be your year. And she said, yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of work and you're really going to have to listen to me. So, man, I listened to her. And right after the game, she said, see? She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch.
It similarly affects leading personalities in the music industry.
The demons that are known as addiction and depression are very, very real. They are diseases no different than cancer. You can't see depression. You can't see addiction. It festers inside. It metastasizes. It takes over your body, your mind, your soul. Every single band member on the stage has dealt with those feelings, with those demons. And I miss the friends that we've lost, Miss Chester, and Miss Scott, and Miss Chris. And if I can be completely honest with you, a couple months ago, I almost joined them. Addiction and depression can happen to anyone, ladies and gentlemen. No one is immune from it, no matter how beautiful their life may look from the outside, no matter how blessed they may seem. It's out of our control.
Even the iconic Elvis Presley, revered as the king of rock and roll, was not immune to profound internal struggles. He experienced intense depression, anger, and uncontrollable rage. Elvis was deeply involved in the occult, believing he was being guided by a spiritual presence he initially mistook for his deceased brother Aaron. He was convinced these spirits had singled him out to be a messianic figure for a new age, leading others into occult practices. Sadly, Elvis's life ended prematurely at 42 due to a severe heart attack. The Memphis Mafia attested to his use of occult forces to sway his audience. Despite his monumental fame, Elvis expressed to Pastor James Hamill, "Pastor, I'm the most miserable young man you've ever seen. I've got all the money I'll ever need to spend. I've got millions of fans. I got friends, but I'm doing what you taught me not to do, and I'm not doing the things you taught me to do." John Lennon, the visionary leader of the Beatles, also navigated through deep-seated despair, hopelessness, and depression. Lennon echoed the satanic maxim of Aleister Crowley, "Do what thou wilt," encapsulating the ethos of the Beatles as, the whole Beatle idea was, do what thou wilt. Lennon's pact with darkness was further revealed in an admission to Ray Coleman, stating, "I've sold my soul to the devil." Shortly before his death, Lennon penned a letter to a Christian minister, reflecting on his song, "Money Can't Buy Me Love," conceding, "It's true, I want happiness. I don't want to keep on with it. I want out of hell." Michael Jackson, globally celebrated as the king of pop, shared in his autobiography, Moonwalk, highlighting the depths of his isolation despite his monumental fame. "I'm one of the loneliest people in the world. People think you're lucky, that you have everything. They think you can go anywhere and do anything. But that's not the point." Jackson also disclosed his experiences with channeling spirit entities within a mirror-filled room, which he believed inspired his music. Michael Jackson passed away at 50 due to a overdose in Los Angeles, echoing the sad narratives of Elvis and John Lennon.
But money is the root of all evil, as you know. The love of money is the root of all evil.
Kurt Cobain, the iconic frontman of Nirvana, harbored a deep fascination with Anton LaVey, the notorious founder of the Church of Satan and author of the Satanic Bible. Cobain's interest in LaVey was so intense that he attempted to involve him in Nirvana's groundbreaking album, Nevermind, proposing LaVey play the cello on the record. This obsession offers a glimpse into the possible origins of Cobain's musical genius. Cobain grappled with profound emptiness, drug addiction, and chronic depression when he took his own. Cobain's mother, Wendy O'Connor, mournfully remarked that her son had gone and joined that infamous 27 Club, a group of influential musicians who all died at the age of 27, including Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison. Lady Gaga recounted a dream in which she encountered Satan, a scenario that would prompt many to seek spiritual refuge. Gaga sought advice from Deepak Chopra, a renowned figure in the world of alternative medicine and spirituality. Chopra advised her to engage with her demons, suggesting that confronting these dark aspects could serve as a source of artistic inspiration. Katy Perry, who initially aimed to make a career as a Christian artist, openly admitted that she couldn't achieve success in that genre and ended up selling her soul to the devil for her pop career.
Yeah, I mean, I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in, a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers. Because I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Since selling out to Satan, Katy Perry has periodically struggled with depression and thoughts of
I so badly want to be Catherine Hudson that I don't even want to look like.
With the multitude of stars admitting their engagement in satanic and occult activities in the pursuit of wealth and fame, seemingly at the cost of their very souls. So, really, does television have an impact on us? It goes beyond being just entertainment. We often hear people claiming, yeah, but it's just entertainment. It doesn't affect me. I know what's good for me, and I can discern the bad. Take Kevin Smith, for instance. A writer and director, he's speaking at a conference, specifically how he embeds subtle messages within his work.
You put it out there and hopefully they get it. Whip a little message at them, whip a little moral at them, whip a little of what my view of the world is, because that's what every good filmmaker does.
This candid admission highlights the underlying influence that creators wield through entertainment, shaping perspectives under the guise of mere amusement. Harvey Weinstein, the executive producer and former owner of Miramax Films, commented on the impact of movies. They have given Americans acceptance of things I don't think they would have embraced. Maybe they were tricked into it by an exciting marketing campaign, but when they came out of it, they came out different. David Putnam, the screenwriter behind The Mission, underscores the influential power of cinema. Movies are powerful, whether they're good or bad. They tinker around inside of your brain. They steal upon you in the darkness of the cinema to form or conform social attitudes. In short, cinema is propaganda. This assertion highlights cinema's roles not just as a source of entertainment, but as a tool capable of molding public opinion and societal attitudes, often without the audience's full awareness. Anton LaVey provocatively called the TV set this satanic family altar. He even likened the presence of an antenna on homes drawing a parallel with churches. This analogy highlights LaVey's perspective on the significant impact television has on shaping the dynamics of modern family life and values, attributing to it a cultural and spiritual depth that goes beyond mere entertainment. This, according to him, is occultism in its most overt form. After consuming countless movies and shows featuring these actors, one has to ponder, what exactly have we allowed into our minds? Even the etymology of the word entertainment is telling. Enter, meaning to go into. Tain, implying to hold or possess. And ment, indicating a state or condition. Putting it together, it translates to an act of entering to possess and maintain in a state of possession. It seems we're engaging in 100% sorcery by this definition. Have you ever taken a closer look at the movies? There's a pattern that might catch your attention. Many of these films delve into the mystical, exploring realms of sorcery and the arcane. What could be the story behind these production companies' fascination with such themes? This observation invites us to explore deeper into the symbols and meanings behind some of the industry's most prominent logos, setting the stage for a revealing journey. DC Comics, a powerhouse in superhero cinema, the resemblance of their logo to symbols associated with the moon goddess Diana, notably the crescent moon and star, represent white witchcraft and, when inverted, Satanism, presented a compelling parallel worth considering. Moreover, Phoenix Pictures and Legendary Pictures present logos steeped in symbolism. The former's emblem, featuring a phoenix set against flames, symbolizes rebirth from ashes, suggesting themes of fire and divinity, often associated with sun worship. The latter's logo, a Celtic knot, carries roots in Mesopotamian symbolism, linked to protective spells and the invocation of deities from the Earth's four corners. In observing the logo of Jerry Bruckheimer films, the imagery of lightning striking a tree struck a chord, leading me down a path of exploration into the symbolism within the Kabbalah. Columbia Pictures, adorned with the image of the goddess Columbia, that the torch she carries, within the context of certain occult interpretations, symbolizes Lucifer as the bringer of enlightenment, positing the flame as a beacon calling forth celestial spirits towards a new epoch of creation under his auspices. With the surge of supernatural movies hitting the screens, it's timely to delve into the superhero genre first. What exactly does being a superhero entail? Diving into the definition of a hero reveals in classical mythology. This description subtly suggests that superheroes might just be modern iterations of ancient deities.
Victor, you always thought you were a god.
Lex, you're not a god.
Gods
Gods are selfish beings who fly around in little red capes and don't share their power with mankind.
Power. What if we got these powers for a reason?
I've always wanted power.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way. For this reason, above all, their capacity for good. I have sent them you, my only son.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
The narratives of comic books and their cinematic adaptations frequently draw on biblical parallels, weaving tales around themes of divinity and godlike figures. But to what end? Satan himself will personate Christ. Is anyone familiar with this figure? This character represents Pan, a deity from Greek mythology known for embodying deviance and torture. Has Pan's Labyrinth come across anyone's radar? This film garnered significant acclaim at the 2006 Academy Awards. Guillermo del Toro directed Pan's Labyrinth, weaving a dark fairy tale that blends elements of C.S. Lewis's Christian allegory with other classic children's literature.
The legend speaks of the lost soul of a princess who will one day be reborn. In darkness, there can be light. In misery, there can be beauty. In death, there can be life.
There's death and life, beauty and misery. These reversals are hallmarks of Luciferian filmmaking. Turning our attention to Philip Pullman, a distinguished author in children's literature. In 2005, Pullman was awarded the Astrid Lindgren Memorial Award by Sweden, a recognition second only to the Nobel Prize in Literature, accompanied by a substantial prize. Pullman's stated aim, as he shared with the Washington Post, "I'm trying to undermine the basis of Christian beliefs." Later, in an interview, Pullman boldly states, "My books are about God." This brings us to The Golden Compass, a film adaptation of Pullman's work that sparked conversation for its bold stance on religious themes. The movie's promotional materials tease, "There are worlds beyond our own. The Golden Compass will show you the way." Millions might watch such films and come to believe that a demon could be a friend. Delving into The Golden Compass, I found it features a device called an alethiometer, each symbol on it representing different concepts. For instance, the serpent symbolizes evil, guile, and natural wisdom. The sun signifies day, authority, and truth. The angel represents messengers, hierarchy, and disobedience. The Madonna embodies motherhood and feminine worship, and the apple denotes sin, knowledge, and vanity. These symbols, embedded with deep religious significance, are subtly introduced to audiences, particularly children, weaving a complex tapestry of ideas and beliefs.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh, so you don't know what's really going on.
Entertainment industry, it's about influence. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan, got upside down crosses or pentagrams on their clothes. They know well that God exists. They also know that Satan exists. That they're feeding you, those things affect you, whether you realize it in the moment or not. I'm not going to sacrifice the honesty in order to be politically correct.
As the world chases after celebrity culture, it's important for us to remember the guidance directly from Jesus. In Luke 4:8, we're reminded, "For it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve."